Hello, this is Iolani Haleski, your St. Johns County naturalist. Walking along just the neighborhood in Nocatee actually, and we're checking out some cool plants. So I have my friend here, and she's gonna show you a really sweet plant. Come here and check this out. Hey Tara, how's it going?
Hi Iolani, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. What you got there? You got another plant for us, huh?
Oh, I do. Well, you know, as the horticulture agent for UF IFAS Extension St. Johns County, I just love identifying plants when I'm going out for a hike.
I know, it's actually a lot of fun.
It really is, and how great to run into you.
What's this cool plant that you're showing us?
Okay, so this plant is called saltbush, Baccharis halimifolia. This one, did you know this plant would be such a great addition to our gardens?
Why?
It's rarely used. Well, in the late fall, late September, late October, when most other plants are done blooming, that's when this plant starts to shine.
Oh my gosh, man, people need to know about this plant.
They do. And not only is it beautiful, but the butterflies love it. It's actually a key plant for monarchs on their migrating path.
Really?
Yes.
You know, I've seen people just cut this right out of their yard like it's a weed.
I know. You know why I think that is? Because most of the year, it's kind of just a background plant. It's not all that conspicuous. But then in the fall, when it starts to bloom, it really stands out. It's dioecious, which means it has male and female flowers on separate plants. So
interesting.
Yes, the female flowers are very showy. They're white, kind of a dandelionish, but smaller. And the male plants, they have yellow, inconspicuous tubular flowers. But those inconspicuous tubular flowers are what attracts the butterflies.
Well, that makes sense.
On them.
What's the name of this plant again?
Saltbush.
What's the scientific name? Do you know?
Baccharis halimifolia.
That's hard to say.
It is a bit of a tongue twister, yes. And it's aptly named because it is tolerant of salt spray. And these leaves, they're very uniquely shaped, which makes it very easy to identify. It's almost shaped like a spork.
Interesting.
Yes, and they have a rough, almost succulent feel to them, which also helps them stand out from other plants in the landscape.
What are some other ways to identify it?
Okay, well, it typically grows just 8 to 12 foot tall and wide. These serrated edges on the leaf, they are deeply serrated, which is another way to tell them apart. Now, the top of the leaf tends to be a darker green. This is the darker green, and then the underside has a bit of a grayish cast to it. This one's not as obvious, but other specimens you can tell.
Yeah, you can actually see it on the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. It is alternately arranged. So when you are trying to identify a plant, one of the first things you can look at is if they are arranged alternately on the stem, as this one, or opposite. Opposite would just mean the leaves were directly opposite each other on the stem.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Yes, so this is an alternate. Most plants are alternate.
Okay. Interesting. Any other features about this plant that you would like to mention?
Well, in addition to butterflies, it's also a great wildlife habitat for birds.
Well, you mentioned that it's green most of the time, so it would be a great background towards other very showy plants. And when those showy plants go away, this one can have its stage.
That's a very good point. So in nature, this plant is commonly found next to wax myrtles, as well as Carolina willows. Both are also wonderful plants for wildlife habitat, as well as for moist areas. Great plant for a rain garden or for around the edge of a retention pond.
But it also doesn't mind saltwater areas either, does it?
Correct. So this plant is highly tolerant of salt spray.
That's awesome for certain coastal areas.
It sure is. I
That's
hope we see
awesome.
more of this plant in our landscapes.
You know,
around
we
here.
talked about the willow. Now we've seen the saltbush. Let's look at the wax myrtle.
Great idea. I'm
All right.
pretty sure we can find those around
All right,
here.
well, you said it grows next to this. It's got to be here.
I'm sure we'll find some right down there.
Oh, cool. Let's go check it out.
All right.